Kia ora koutou, welcome back to the 2019 MCAT mock exam. We're on question 2D. So the question says, 2n plus 1 is always odd for all positive integer values of n. So what that means is simply n is a positive integer, it's a positive number. N is any of those numbers I just wrote down, on forever. Show that the sum of the square of any two consecutive odd numbers cannot be a multiple of 4. So I'll show you a trick to break this down and you'll be able to do similar questions like it. So first of all, if n is any number, say 7, the number after that is n plus 1, 8. And the one after that is n plus 2. Then n plus 3. So that is how you write down consecutive numbers. N plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3. Now there's a slight difference here where you have consecutive odd numbers. But they've showed us here the formula for an odd number. You get n, you times it by 2. If you times it by 2 it's even, then you add 1, so it becomes odd. So this will always make an odd number. So if this is one odd number, what is the next odd number? The next odd number, instead of n, we just talked about that, we've got n plus 1. So that will be the next odd number. Now, what does it want us to do with these two consecutive odd numbers? Show that the sum of the squares of any two consecutive odd numbers. Sum of the squares, so I better square them. And sum them. Okay, so that is an achieved point right there. We've formulated the question. The sum of the square of two consecutive odd numbers. Now to see it's not a multiple of 4, we need to expand it out and see what happens. So I'm going to write this bracket out in full. So 2n plus 1 squared means 2n plus 1 times 2n plus 1. And I'll expand this as I go. 2 times n is 2n, 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. And that's squared as well. Okay, so let's just keep going and see what happens. Expanding my brackets. Now let's gather together our like terms. 8n squared, 2 plus 2 plus 16n plus 10. Okay, now we're almost there. And what has the question told us to do? Show that it cannot be a multiple of 4. Okay, so if it is a multiple of 4, we can take out 4 as a common factor. If you wanted to show something was a multiple of 6, you take out 6 as a common factor. If you wanted to show something was even, you take out 2 as a common factor. So, let's try to take out 4 as a common factor. That leaves me with 2n squared plus 8n. Oh no, 10 can't be divided by 4. The closest we can get with a whole number is 2. 4 times 2 is 8. But that gives us a remainder of 2. So, when dividing by 4, I have a remainder of 2. So it cannot be a multiple of 4. Alright, that is that question done.